You guys heard of like this 5 second rule game? Kind of the idea is basically we pick a topic from the bowl, name three to five things from that paper in like 5 seconds. So Travis, why did you get that bowl?
5 seconds, you said?
5 seconds. Before you do that, I'm going to set a timer. In 3, 2, 1.
Name 3 types of fruit: strawberry, pineapple, and bananas.
Wow. Okay, you did it with less than 1 second to go. Wow. Okay. Kayci, you ready?
Yeah, okay.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
Wow, name 3 things you can find in a school bag. Pen, books, and notebook.
Okay, thanks.
It's kind of tough because she just had a
I
longer.
know, so I'll give it to you. Kayci, yours was long, so I feel bad.
Yeah, I left my school very long time.
Yeah, I haven't been in school for a while either.
Hey guys, it's Dominic. Welcome to Boba Bread and Chat. Here, we build meaningful connections and relationships with God through our conversations while sipping on boba and eating our favorite snacks. So, grab your favorite drink and snacks as we dive into today's conversation.
Welcome, guys, to Boba Bread and Chat. We're so happy to have you guys here. Before we get started, can you guys introduce yourself? And since we're talking about stress today, can you tell us like your stress level as of today? Like 1 being like you're so relaxed, and then 10 you're like I'm so stressed. Yeah.
Okay, hi, I Kayci, or you can call me Kayci. My stress level now will be around 6.
6? Oh, okay.
Hi, my name is Travis Anderson. I'm a little bit more closer to a 7, I would say, but maybe a 6 as well. Yeah, somewhere around there.
Okay, everyone's stress level is pretty high. I think for me, like I think I'm around the same boat, like 6 or 7. Maybe on the verge of 8. Just kind of like wrapping up a lot of stuff. Okay, well, before we get into today's topic, we have our drinks, we have our boba as well, and then we have today Portuguese egg tart. So as we start our podcast, we're gonna do the tradition of popping the boba at the same time. Okay, so let's get our drinks. Ready? On a count of 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Ooh, nice. Okay, cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Awesome. Really refreshing. So today we'll be talking about, the topic of stress. How do we handle stress, or like what are our different views about stress? So I figured let's do a fun game before we get into it. So you guys heard of like this 5 second rule game? Kind of the idea is basically we pick a topic from the bowl, and then we have to name that topic. Name three to five things from that paper in like 5 seconds. Yeah, it's pretty stressful. I mean, some might be easy, some might be hard, but let's go into it. So Travis, why did you get that bowl?
5 seconds, you said?
5 seconds. Before you do that, I'm going to set a timer. Give me 1 sec. In 3, 2, 1, go.
Name 3 types of fruit: strawberry, pineapple, and bananas.
Wow. Okay, you did it with less than 1 second to go. Wow. Okay. Kayci, you ready? Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
Wow, name 3 things you can find in a school bag. Pen, books, and notebook.
Okay, thanks.
It's kind of tough because she just had a
I
longer.
know, so I'll give it to you. It's fine. Yeah, it's totally fine. Okay. Time for my turn. Okay.
Okay, here, I'll pass the
Okay,
thing
I
over
need
to
someone
you.
to time me.
Yeah.
Okay, you got it?
So should I just read it first and then you can start the timer, okay? Okay, ready? Name 3 things you can do to help the environment. Recycle your bottles, don't use a car, and walk.
Oh,
Yeah,
good.
1 second remaining
1
on
second
that.
left.
Okay.
Yeah.
How was that? Somewhere pretty easy. Kayci, yours was long, so I feel bad.
Yeah, I left my school very long time.
Yeah, I haven't been in school for a while either.
On the topic of going along with stress, one of the biggest things that we need to understand is that we need to put certain barriers and certain limits on ourselves. Kayci and I, we finished a discipleship class recently, and one of the chapters was talking about limits. And I really want to understand from your guys' point of view, why do you think it's so important to put certain limits on our lives, as well as like certain like limitations? Why is this so important to put limits on our lives?
I think limits, like boundaries, are important in every respect. And God is going to kind of there in order for us, when we have these limits, these boundaries too, it allows us to grow in a safe manner. So by having our boundaries in certain spots and our limitations in there, we can test them. And that's what stress is testing those limitations and boundaries. But at the same time too, by knowing them, by being familiar with them, it allows us to work in such a manner that we have composure, that we know when we do become overwhelmed and when we are like too much. Sometimes limitations allows us as well not to work with each other. That wouldn't happen otherwise. Some people that don't have those boundaries or limitations, they can start to infringe on other people, or we start to take away other people's freedoms in that manner. So I feel that's why boundaries and limitations can be important.
Yeah. Travis said 佢就話，即係佢覺得有 boundary， 我哋係可以即係每個人有界線或者有一啲限制咧，其實係幫緊我哋做即係幫緊我哋有一個彼此需要嚇。我覺得呢個係正正就係咧，我細個嘅時候冇諗到嘅咯。即係我細個嘅時候就係會諗所有嘢會自己搞掂啦，因為神做我哋咧，每個人有我哋嘅長處嘅，即係有我哋好嘅地方，有我哋叻嘅地方。而神亦都係擺咗一個即係佢係要我哋自己，即係點講？佢都要我哋自己照顧自己噶嘛，即係唔係全然好依賴人哋咁樣。但係另外一邊咧，神係俾咗一啲界限我哋咧，係幫我哋去學點樣即係彼此相愛啊，而且係以一個群體咁樣嘅生活啊。咁我覺得嗰個位咧就係另一個就係即係如果從個人嘅層面嚟講咧，其實我覺得有界限或者有界線咧，係幫我哋尋求個智慧嘅嚇，即係因為當你時間唔夠嘅時候，你就一定要 prioritize， 你一定要揀或者諗清楚究竟邊啲係緊急嘅嘢，你一定要做。乜嘢嘅 deadline 係真係一個 deadline？ 咁即係當我哋認清咗，我哋點樣 prioritize 啲嘢，我哋就會知道我哋嘅價值觀係點樣，我哋係點樣排嘅。咁就係一方面係一個認識自己嘅過程，另外一方面咧都係我哋有一個成長。即係如果所有嘢都冇 deadlines，like 咁你想幾時做就幾時做，咁你會唔會做咧？ right？ 即係當阿媽話你要洗碗啊，或者你要洗衫啦，咁你同佢講係啊，我會做啊咁跟住會點咧？跟住好多時候就係我哋就會睇一陣電話先咯，咁或者我哋會做其他嘢先啦咁。即係如果冇一個好明顯嘅 boundary 嘅話，其實好有可能我哋係唔會向嗰個地方發展。
Yeah, I think going off with Kayci was saying is basically like it's when we put limits, it's really to be honest with ourselves and to grow through those limits. I think it's a reminder that each one of us is created in God's image, and God put certain limitations on our lives. We can't do everything all on our own. I think that's the biggest thing. It's like God given us certain skills, certain like aspects that to honor Him, but He also put limits so that we don't easily burn out easily. And through there we can, like Kayci said, was like we can grow through those limitations. Limits is an encouragement for us to understand that we can't do everything on our own. We need God, and we need to have the support of other people whether that's in church or whether that's in your personal life, is to encourage us through that time. One of the biggest things, when we talk about stress and we talk about boundaries is, and the biggest thing is like when we have stress, we have anxiety, we have anxiousness, and there's a verse in scripture that I want to share about. It comes from 1 Peter chapter 5 verse 6 to 7. It says, "Humble yourselves therefore under the mighty hand of God, so that at the proper time He may exalt you, casting all your anxieties on Him because He cares for you." Why do you think in a Christian's life or people's lives it's hard to give all our worries to God sometimes?
做一個基督徒咧，being a Christian 咧，有啲時候係其實係壓力好大嘅。當我哋認清咗，原來我哋係神嘅兒女，我哋係嗰個 like 即係天國喺地上嘅代表，哇！呢個即係好尊貴嘅身份，其實佢帶嚟嘅係一個好大嘅即係責任，一個好重大嘅責任。咁當我哋去 interpret 我哋去理解我哋自己呢一個身份嘅時候咧，可以係好大壓力嘅喎，因為哇人哋睇到我，即係有啲人直情講係有本書啊，直情其中有一句就係講話，你要知道你係有一啲人一世裡面唯一一次見到耶穌或者見到聖經嘅嗰一刻，就係佢見到你啦咁樣，哇！即有啲時候做即係 even 我哋做基督徒。我哋面對基督徒呢個身份，呢件事係可以好 stressful， 但係我覺得呢個位咧就唔係淨係講緊嗰件事本身，即係我覺得神俾我哋有呢一種情緒，即係每一個情緒，神俾我哋咧都係好嘅，因為神創造係好嘅，但係有啲時候咧就係佢。即係佢俾我哋知道，其實有一啲嘢我哋係做唔到嘅，有啲嘢係就係唔喺我哋嘅控制範圍裏面，佢哋就係 out of control。咁嗰啲嘢我哋就要學點樣去即係依靠神啦嚇，我哋要去喺神面前攞智慧啦。你永遠唔需要擔心你冇智慧嘅，因為雅各書話你冇智慧，你求啦，神就一定會俾噶啦。即係我哋嘅能力範圍都喺佢嘅能力範圍裡面嘅話，咁其實我哋就可以容易啲去知道嚇，即使你交唔交俾上帝咧，其實上帝知道我哋嘅憂慮。咁點解我哋唔 honest， 即係點解我哋唔誠實咁樣去面對佢咧？咁面對嗰啲我哋擔心嘅事，亦都誠實地去面對上帝，就同佢講。係真係大鑊啦！今次咁樣。
I think it's a lot about control. I think it's a lot about being. If you worry about it enough, if you figure out why it's happening or why the stress is, if I just think about it hard enough, and I do the work, if I put everything into it, maybe it will come out, and like. God's there for me, but maybe if I just did this, then everything will turn out okay, right? Feels like by action, maybe I could help better that way, but that's usually not the case sometimes. Usually, a lot of the times when it comes to stress, it's things that we can't actually like affect through those methodologies. But what's wild is we still try. It doesn't make any sense. It's still a matter of being like, if I just like, this is too small for God. This is like my thing that I can, if I just focus on this, if I think of something, the best way to deal with this, then it will work out. And also sometimes when it comes to stress, we're so wrapped up in it. Yeah. We're so enveloped that God disappears from what we're currently thinking at that moment because we are fight or flight mode, right? And like, I need to focus on everything. You don't really think about the moments where you don't really think about like God or anything other than the thing that you're trying to work on.
Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of Boba, Bread, and Chat. If you enjoyed today's episode, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for future episodes, and follow us on our Instagram pages at lighthousemedia.wac, as well as our church Instagram page at westwood.alliance.church.
Until then, God bless.